Hi everyone, I'm Paige, styling director here at LuLaRoe. Today we're doing things a little bit different. So a couple months ago we had done the video for the Julia showcasing all different ways to style it and amazing combinations incorporating our other mainline styles. So today I really wanted to focus on showing some different outfits, of course, some different pattern mixing, some different styles, and ways to incorporate mainline with your Julias, but we are focusing on the Julia dress today. This dress is amazing, as you can see on its own. It's one of my favorite dresses, especially to sport with my new accessory, my belly. But what we're gonna do different today is talk about body types, and this is a request that I've gotten from a lot of people, so I wanted to focus on 4 main body types today and showcase different ways that we can wear the Julia for those body types. So obviously we are doing this on dress form, so you won't see that exact shape I'm talking about, but I will explain as much as I can what I mean and the exact reasoning for the way that we have styled these outfits today. So the first one we are starting with, these two, will be the hourglass body shape. So this is where your hips and your bust are usually around the same measurements. You have that amazing curvy shape. I think we all long for the hourglass shape, but what I wanted to show here is just some key things that work for each body type. So for the hourglass, definitely accentuating that waistline is key. Thin belts are your best friend if you have the hourglass body type. So wearing a Julia by itself, very fitted, is perfect, no matter what size you are. If you're a 2 or a 22, you can always wear that tight Julia, and if it is any looser style or anything like that, then you can also use these belts to really bring in that waist of yours to showcase those amazing curves that you do have. So here we just have this gray heather Julia by itself. We've added a belt here, very thin, just to really showcase it by itself, and then just adding some accessories. So with this hourglass shape too, it is so fun to accessorize. So because you can wear a lot of things on its own, the hourglass body type is so amazing to really showcase some of our styles in a more simple form. So you can have more fun with the prints, but using less layering, because sometimes you can get lost in that shape if you have too much layering going on. So definitely, even if you are wearing jackets, I would definitely say that use more of a cropped version like the Harvey rather than the Jackson. With the Shirley, make sure to belt it. So a lot of different ways, just bringing in that waistline is key. Where our dress is hit is amazing for this body type, right at the knee or below the knee, or even at the bottom, because those are all hitting you at your waistline. So make sure to wear it there. Any of our elastic waistbands, knots that you might do with your tees, like if you had it like me, just make sure it's right below your bust and at your waistline. So this is one outfit that we had for the hourglass shape. Okay, so with this outfit, what we were just talking about, some more fun belting, but this is just incorporating 2 of our styles instead of 1 so that you can have that pattern mixing and fun shape still in there. So what's so great about this is that peplum look that you accomplish when belting the perfect tee over the Julia really accentuates those hips and those curves that look so amazing on this body type. So you just belt it at the waist. We've incorporated some really fun colors here. We're bringing in this limey mustard, all colors in the same color family, really bold, but very beautiful. And what's fun about this body type as well is that you can really experiment with different sleeve lengths. You are gonna want to make sure that you just always have that waistline brought in, whether it's the belt or the knots. So this is the perfect tee belted over the Julia, and this is the Julia on its own belted, and that is the hourglass shape. Okay, so let's talk about the pear body shape. So we did this one right after the hourglass because it is similar. It's just with the pear shape, from the waist down, you do have that hourglass shape with those curves. You just don't have as much up top. So you are gonna see some similarity in these two, the hourglass and the pear, but a little bit of difference. So you definitely want to make sure that you are showing those curves from your waist down. So what we've done here is, it's super similar to what I'm wearing. As you can see, we're playing a lot of stripes because that is so in right now, stripes on stripes. But what I love about this is we're using horizontal and vertical stripes. So we have these vertical stripes here, and then we have the horizontal on the GG. So all we've done is tied a knot in the back. So you just pull, make a knot, and then you have that Julia peeking in underneath. But by making that knot, it's bringing in your waistline and really showing those curves on your hips. And so with this here, we have a Julia with a Harvey over. And so this is a little bit more specific depending on height. So you want to make sure that any jackets that you're wearing with the pear body shape isn't hitting you at your hips, which is your largest point on your body. So you want to make sure it's either cropped right to your waist, or you want to have it longer down to your knees. So the Jackson, or if you're tall enough, the Harvey. So we have just a Harvey over this Julia. It goes perfect. We're bringing in some different patterns with the embroidered amazing things going on with this, and just really showcasing certain things that you should do for this body. So you can have a lot of fun with some of our styles, but with the Julia in particular, I think it's very important to make sure that you're doing similar to the hourglass shape. You're accentuating those hips and really showcasing what you got. So that is the pear body type. Okay, now we're on to our straight body type. So this is more of a rectangle, some more athletic body types as well, just depending on everybody's size. Everybody's different. So with this body type, you want to create the curves that we do not have naturally. So bringing in that waistline, you either want to add volume to the top, as we have here with the Amy over this Julia, or you want to add volume at the bottom. Here we have with the Madison, with these pleats bringing it out, that A-line skirt just really makes a really feminine look that we naturally don't have with this body type. So it's really fun to play with the Julia with this body type because you can add so much to it. So number one rules is just to make sure if you have volume on top that it's slim fitted on the bottom, and same goes for the other way around. So here we've incorporated some different shades of turquoise, some very simple pattern mixing. As you can see, this is the accent, this is the dominant print. I love how we have these raglan sleeves here, just creating a different effect. And we have the Julia underneath. So you want to make sure that that waistband on the Madison, or any skirts that you might wear, this really does work for the Lucy or the Lola, but I feel that the Madison is the best to really give you that shape. And you just want to make sure it's right at your waistline. So we've added some fun jewelry to really showcase those amazing shoulders and necklines that you have. And then here, bringing in a Valentine's Amy, actually, that can be worn all year around. It's so awesome. So we have this tie-dye over these stripes here, just bringing in that pink. And with this is just like we were just talking about. So just bringing in that volume at the top. So just showcasing that you do have some shape on the top, and that you're creating a different shape that you don't have naturally. So much fun. We've added some pearls in here as it's super popular right now, and we just love them so much. That is what we have for the straight body type using the Julia dress. Okay, so our last body type that we're going to be talking about is the apple shape. So this is the shape that I naturally am. I mean, obviously when I'm pregnant, but before as well. This is when you gain most of your weight in your upper body, so your bust, your belly, and just upper body in general. So what you want to do with this body type is really not bring out that waistline. So the opposite of an hourglass or pear, you want to definitely showcase those legs that you've got and those arms. So here what we have is we have a Julia, we've put over another stripe, and what we've done is used an Irma with this, an oversized Irma, so that it isn't tight on your stomach. You feel more comfortable, so it's just really accentuating from here down. And then we've added a joy. So this also works for a perfect tee, and I think this body type is very different depending on your size. I know that for some smaller apple shapes, you can do belted at the waist with a perfect tee, create that peplum look as well that still hides your stomach and your problem areas. And then also what we've done with this one is just to add the joy, add some different pattern mixing, and just add that extra layer. So with this shape, you do want to be careful. You don't want to do too much layer and have it be too tight on the bottom, because you don't want to over exaggerate the top being larger. But what I would say is that there's different ways to put more focus on your legs or your arms instead of your bust and your stomach. So here, a fun way to do this is we've just used one of our Noir Julias and we've put a Carly over and knotted it. So I'll show you how we did that. So here it is down. And this way it's loose around the belly, you're really comfortable in this, and you're still showcasing two styles and you still have that fitted look underneath. So depending on your height, you can have a lot of fun with this. So that's two ways for the apple shape. There is a lot of different ways for this body type that you could wear the Julia, but we wanted to show you two main ones that will make you feel your best. And so I hope this was really helpful for you, and I'm gonna start talking about body types a lot more often. That is what we have today with the 4 body shapes. We have the hourglass, the pear, the rectangle, straight, and the apple. And thank you so much and have an amazing week.